everyone, my name is Joanne Wright, and I am the manager of the Rater Card office at Texas Tech University in Lubbock, Texas. And today I'm going to be teaching you how to make melt and pour soap. Melt and pour soap is different than what you might think of making other soap because you're not using chemicals or lye or any of that kind of thing. You're taking an already made soap base, melting it down, putting in your own scents, your own colors, and making something new. What I like about melt and pour soap is that it's really easy to make. It's really fun. All the materials that you'll need, you may already have them at home. You can find them at your local craft store or at your favorite online retailer. And they make really great gifts, for teacher gifts or birthdays, coworkers, that kind of thing. If you forget somebody's birthday or a special event, you can actually make these the night before in just a couple hours and you're good to go. So I have forgotten teachers' Christmas presents a time or two, and so this is really a great gift for that. So to get started, you only need a couple supplies. The first thing that you need is a soap base. Looks like this. I've gotten both these at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. This is usually about $10, so if you are able to shop at either of those stores, make sure that you take a coupon with you, save a couple bucks. I usually get the goat's milk glycerin soap. I think it's good for your skin, but they also have like a shea butter. I think they have a lavender scented one, or lavender type one. They also make a clear base, which is really fun. When you melt it down, you can put a lot of different things in there, like glitter and things like that. Makes it neat. You need a utensil or something to cut your soap with. This is actually a soap cutter, but you could use a butter knife, a kitchen knife, that kind of thing. You're also going to need a measuring cup, something with a handle that you can put in the microwave, basically. When I started making soap, I was kind of stressed about how I was going to clean them, and then I just realized it's soap, so I just rinsed it off with water and put it in the dishwasher. So a measuring cup. You need something to stir your soap with. You can use a fork, use a plastic spoon, whatever you have on hand, something to mix your soap with. You also need soap dye. Obviously, comes in any color that you want. Comes in little bottles like this. You need a soap scent. They come in packages like this. This is what we're going to be using today. This is a honey almond. I really like the smell. They have all different kinds of scents. You can get a Christmas tree scent. You can get a sugar cookie scent. All kinds. Also, you could also use essential oils if you do that. Essential oils make a good one. You need a silicone mold. When you are shopping in the soap section of your store, they do have soap-specific molds. They're normally plastic. I think those are kind of hard to get your soap out of, so I usually go with the silicone ones. Make sure that you check all over your craft store because they're all in different kinds of sections. I've gotten them in the baking section at Hobby Lobby. I've gotten them in the seasonal section. You can also use little silicone ice trays, so be creative. But this is the one that we're going to be using today. This is like a Valentine's one, but hearts are always appropriate. So, and then you also need rubbing alcohol. I got this at the dollar store. I think it's 50%. I mean, like the grade of rubbing alcohol. And you need a microwave, which is why we're in my kitchen. I always try to do this on a flat surface so that when you pour it into your mold, keeps its shape. This was not on my list, but this is just a preference. I normally cut my soap on a towel. I don't know why. You do you. So, okay, so let's get started. So, when you take out your soap, just kind of push it out. It looks like this. It already has these lines on there. I normally just start with a fourth. So I cut it in half. And then I cut it in half again. And I'm just going to start with a fourth. This will make, I believe it or not, about 3 good-sized bars. So depending on your mold, how big it is, you possibly could get out 12 good-sized bars. Put this over here. Okay. So taking your cutter again, I'm going to cut it in half. I'm basically going to cut it into fourths, and then I'm just going to cut along the lines. Okay, and then kind of break it up and drop it into your measuring cup. Looks like this. You can see the chunks. Okay. To microwave it, I'm going to start out in 30-second intervals. You're probably going to have to microwave it at least, for sure, 2 times, possibly 3 times. So while that's going, I wanted to show you a couple of the other molds that I have that I really like. This is a Christmas one. I think I got a set of 3 off of Amazon. I mean, these are pretty cheap, you know. And then this is an owl one that I like to do in the fall. So just depending on, you know, what season you're in, you're gonna find a mold for it. So, okay. I'm taking out, and you might be able to still see it still has some of the chunks in it. So, take my fork and I'm gonna stir it up just to kind of get it going. Okay. This I'm gonna stick in there for another 30 seconds. I can't remember if I said this earlier, but your soaps are in the craft stores are also going to be next to like the candle making supplies and like the chapstick lip balm making supplies. So you'll be able to see lots of different scents, lots of different things. I've used candle scents to make my soaps before. I couldn't find the right scent, so. Already started bubbling, and I can see, I like using a fork because then I can actually pull out and see that I still have, you know, some that needs to be melted. So stir it up again. And one more time, I'm going to do 15 seconds this time. Something else that you can buy in the soap making section that's really neat. They have like cosmetic glitter, so you could always do, you know, if you do like a clear one, you can put glitter in there. That's fun. These are some lavender seeds, and so you could do, you know, a lavender scent, a purple color, and the lavender seeds. That's really a nice gift. All right. So my soap is all melted. All right, so I am going to use this heart-shaped mold, so I'm going to go ahead and do my classic red dye. There's not really a science to how many you put in there, at least I don't think there is. I just kind of start, I stir. If I like the color, great. If I don't, I add more color. So that's how I do that. I think that looks good. All right, so now as far as the scent, you know, I try to start out with like 6 to 8 drops. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. You do kind of have to work pretty fast with this because it kind of starts to set pretty quickly. Oh, it smells so good. All right, so there's that. All right, you can see it is a pinky color, but I think I might add a little bit more red. Good call. All right. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna pour it into our heart mold, and like I said, I always try to do it on a flat surface. My microwave just happens to be by my stove, so that's why I'm here. I don't normally pour it all the way to the top. I normally just pour it, I don't know, like a couple centimeters from the top. Like I said, I think I can get 3 out of this, so we're gonna try and use every little last bit. All right, now after you pour your soap, you will notice that it has bubbles on top from the heat. So that's why you need rubbing alcohol. You spray on top of your soap and it gets rid of the bubbles. It's pretty cool. You'll also use rubbing alcohol. You can mix colors. So like you could have a layer of red, a layer of green, you know, if you were like doing a watermelon type thing. Anyway, you would need to spray the rubbing alcohol in between the layers so that they would stick together. So that's that. It just has to sit. I would tell you to let it sit for 2 to 3 hours, to harden, to cool completely before you pull it out. Whenever I do give it to people as gifts, I always wrap it in saran wrap and then send it off on its way. I did make some earlier that I wanted to show you. So just these are some. I made this blue one and I put these rubber ducks in there before it got hard. And I just wanted to show you how easy it is to pop out. So there you go. It smells so good. I did this one time with my son for school, a project. We used clear soap and we put Lego pieces in it. So the more you wash your hands, the more Lego pieces you got out. So that was fun. But there's that one. I mentioned like using like ice trays. So this is an ice tray that little pineapples. That one's a fun one. This is one of my favorite ones from Hobby Lobby, all these different flower shapes, but I wanted to do this one so I could show you, like it's pink on top and then I did green on the bottom, and so I put that layer of rubbing alcohol in between. One of my very favorite ones I talked about was this owl one. I like to use this at the fall. I make a pumpkin spice one. It comes out like this, and it's a little bit of yellow, a little bit of orange, mix that all up, and then I actually use real pumpkin spice seasoning in there, and it smells wonderful. So if you like pumpkin spice, this one's for you. I've also done like a coffee one because coffee is really good exfoliant for your skin. I've used a coffee scent and then actually put real coffee in there. So that's a really fun one to do too. I hope that you learned something and that maybe you're interested in trying this out. This is the very basics. I'm by no means an expert. So if you are really interested in trying it, make sure you check out Pinterest, check out YouTube. You'll find lots of really great ideas. So thanks for joining me. I hope you guys have a great day.